Andy, kicking it with Andy, kicking it with Andy.
And we are live. This is the Kickin' It with Andy show. It is Tuesday. Thank you guys for tuning in. I got an awesome show for you guys about accessories, all that kind of fun stuff, the things you don't think about. And, by the way, we have two new partners in crime here. A pretty cool Pleco. I mean, he looks pretty black and yellow to me. And then a black and yellow Beta. How cool is that? I can't get over it. But he needs a name, guys. He needs a name. So if you guys got any good ideas, let me know. But without further ado, I will see you guys in 3 minutes.
Kicking it with Andy. He's going to be on every other Tuesday. Kicking it with Andy. Kicking it with
always is.
Kicking it with Andy.
And the pennies are flying already. God, we can't even have a good show here. Come on, Jay. Every time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Jake, thank you for the $2 penny super chat. Appreciate everyone that is here today. I know it's not a Solo X or a Warhorse, but it's a good topic because we tend to forget when we're buying these big subwoofers and amplifiers, how do we connect them? You know, this thing alone is probably one of my most favorite accessories just because I was always not using this. I was, wrapping the wire around. We've been there, the Stone Age days, man. And we're going to talk about the things here and there of accessories and things you may need. And maybe I want to hear from you guys too. You know, what you guys use and what works for you. I feel like the only thing I kind of skipped over with the little plan that I had going on today was spade connectors. But I mean, spade connectors, oh man, those things are a pain in the butt sometimes. But thank you, Jake, so much for tuning in. Appreciate all you guys. William, always doing it. Hey, Kicker Unmasked with our host, Living Loud with Andy. You're a rock star. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you for tuning in, William. Appreciate all you guys here, and you just got to look at it. That's all you can do, William. Thank you, guys. We got Baba here. What is going on, Baba? Salutations and good tidings all. Good evening from Larry. What is going on, Larry? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Now, until this morning, I was feeling great. I don't know if it was from Kayla because she was getting over something, or from my air conditioner. Throat's a little winky, but you know what? It's okay. We'll see how it goes. If I'm drinking a ton of water, that's why. But you know what? Let's get on with the show. Well, actually, no. We have to do housekeeping. Let's see. Paul Harris, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in. I know you might as well wait for everyone to come into the theater. You know, like back in the day when I think they still do. I haven't been to a theater in a long time. You know, just sitting there watching previews until the show's ready to go. You gotta do that. You can't just start off full tilt. Mike DePoli, smash the like. Thank you so much, Mike. Appreciate you. Dude, you're awesome. Yes, please hit the like. Yeah, I wasn't kidding about my throat. It's tough, but you know, we're here. I've been having a lot of fun with the Solo X and the Warhorse. God, just playing with that, getting that ready. Cookie Monster build, quad build, L7X build. God, they just keep lining up, and then Team SP Loud is going. Jeez Louise. Brian Townsend got my ears on, good buddy. Working while listening. Thank you for listening while you are working. Appreciate that you are here, Brian. Love you, buddy. Stay easy. Stay sleazy. How's it go? Joe Keenan. Wish they would make new style spade connectors for the ones you see on the amp. New style spade connectors. You know, they do make spade connectors, and they're not always the best. Man, I remember back in the day trying to hook up a Kenwood 91060, and everything was spade connectors. I know the Kicker CX amplifiers, the speaker terminals are spade connectors, and that's forgiving. But for the power and the ground, and then say if you don't have a battery in the back and you want to run a 0-aught run front to back, for sure, you're better off maybe running a distribution block and then running 4-gauge, just because good luck running a 0-gauge spade connector into something that's not that big. It just doesn't work that way. So they kind of stink for that, but you know, it comes down to the cost of the amplifier and the simplicity of it, and you know, just does it matter to you? You know, so accessories and parts like that, you know, people, it happens all the time where people literally just jam wires into stuff, and they don't realize that there's a spade connector. There's a thing for that. And you know, in the beginning I was one of them, and still things today I'm still learning that, oh wow, that makes that so much easier. And we're gonna kind of talk about stuff like that, just for the simple fact, when you go and buy this stuff, it's not the first thing on your mind. It's definitely back there, depending how far and, you know, whatever you are into this hobby. But for the average person, they have no clue. And I feel terrible, even with just integration stuff. A buddy of mine was asking about a Jaguar, and I'm like, ooh, man, that's going to be fun. Hopefully they make a wiring harness for that. Otherwise, it's all kind of DIY and integration. Man, you're better off just keeping the stock head unit at that point and running a key. But you know what? Anything is possible. Kyle Goddard, Hola Andy, heat shrink and wire connectors. See, the heat shrink I didn't go over, but for sure, 100%, man. I have some listing over here, you know, but it's like, sorry for the loudness. Ooh, these ones are gold. I didn't even see this. I got a bunch of Kicker stuff too, but the down for sound, man, the heat shrinks, look at that. That is fancy. Goes perfect with the gold letter stuff. You know what I'm saying? But right, the heat shrink and the wire connectors, even anything between wire ferrules or, you know, your average lug connectors, you know, these are the things that people just forget about. And it's just, I don't want to get into tools because that's a whole nother thing, you know, of wire crimpers and all kind of fancy stuff that make your life a lot easier. Come on, pan for me. Zoom. There we go. Oh, wait. Where's the sensor? Right there. There it is. I got it sensed on one side just because it likes to pick up the microphone here, and that's never fun. But right, you know, and then it's like, okay, you got lug style, but what if you don't want to do lugs and you don't want to crimp and all that fun stuff down the road, man? It gets kind of crazy. Let me open this up. I should have opened up one of these. Now hear me out. I actually used the input ones that I'm about to talk about. I threw that on my Cookie Monster because it needs to be done, and I'm like, okay, listen, we can talk about it. I don't need to show it. And I got this, and this is close enough, but this is actually for an alternator, and it has the inputs here, so you don't have to use the lugs. Now, which one is better? That, you know, take it from someone else's opinion or whatever you think works for you. You know, when it gets down the nitty gritty, maybe this works better than a bad lug connector just because you didn't crimp it right and it's a bad connection, and vice versa, you know, and it works either way. So I like these just because they're simpler. You just put the wire in and then you tighten it down. And this is for an alt, but the battery ones look very similar. And then they have this kind of housing right there where your standard battery post, your OEM post, is not going to fit over that. So then you have to get something like this. And Down for Sound and Kicker both make them. I like the Kicker one. I think it's cheaper too, and it's Kicker. I mean, come on, man. And they're nice because then you can hook up your stock electrical and then hook up your 0 gauge wire and stuff like that, rather than trying to hook up a lug around an itty bitty bolt. And it's just, your battery terminal distribution area is just not really designed for that. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, where you're just using these things to kind of help you move along down the road. Let me move a few things here, don't lose anything, because I do need these eventually. Always need them. All right, let's see here. Let me scroll down. Thank you, Jake. We're not going to go crazy on the pennies tonight, but if it's new pennies for you, we'll make it happen. Jake, thank you. I got my Solo X12. I'm absolutely impressed, man. I can't stop playing the thing. I'm worried about blowing up my Warhorse just because I don't have enough electrical up here. But it's a very, very efficient amplifier, but at the same time, it's just, man, I don't want anything happening to it because it needs some power. But they are awesome, man. I cannot wait to get one in an enclosure. Wink. By the way, guys, if you didn't realize, there's a giveaway going on tonight. I dropped the link earlier. I'll drop it again. Kicker.com/UMweekly. Go enter. It is always rigged. Or ribbed. That's what I meant. What is going on? Custom Closure Designs. Hello, Andy and Jeff Oh, it's Jeff Wargo. What is going on, Jeff? Thank you for tuning in. Throw me sideways here, man. Let's see. Let me scroll down to the super sticker. Thank you, Jeff, for the $2 super sticker. We got to do it. We got to do it. The pennies, guys. The pennies. Every time, man. Every time. Thank you so much. All right, now let me get to some of your guys' comments here about what you guys think as well. Jason Grant, wire nuts. Right, and that's the thing with the whole Down for Sound stuff, where I know they got more stuff like that, and we can definitely dig into that with the... You know, I never used those wire nuts per se, but right, for the OEM stuff, absolutely. I know exactly what you're talking about. Absolutely. Let's see here. I don't have that pulled up, or I would go and look for it maybe on a Friday or something, Joe. Just let me know again, and I'll be happy to talk about that kind of stuff on a Friday show, just because I don't have it ready. I just don't have it ready. I have a lot of stuff ready to go, though. So let me pull up this hardware. Let me pull up this here, and we're going to go boom and boom. Fancy, fancy sauce. All right, so that's the exact distributor that I was talking about, and it's just awesome that they have this kind of stuff there, where it makes it simple. The distribution blocks, these are more so not on the battery, but just so that you can run a bunch of stuff. And it has 4, man, my computer's freaking out, at least on StreamYard side over here. It looks like it's freaking out. Let me know if the mouse looks like it's going crazy or not. It looks like it's 12 different places. But those are just great just for running multiple amplifiers. And then you just got your fuse holders and fuses and ground blocks. Those are really nice too. So you don't have to use lugs for anything, at least on the kicker side of things, which is pretty nice. So what else did I have pulled up here? Let me pull up power wire. Oh yeah, by the way, and if you want lugs, you can buy lugs at Kicker. Like, I never knew this until about a week ago, just for the simple, 2 weeks ago, but still, for the simple fact, it's in the marine section. I think we need to put a part of this into the car audio section, because I just happen to find it just by, nosying around kicker.com like I do here and there. They actually have 0 gauge lugs. Now, are the prices comparable to all the other brands? And if you're buying in bulk, maybe not. But if you want a Kicker heat shrink, I mean, it's a no-brainer. I think that's the coolest thing. I'm like, shoot, there we go. No custom heat shrink needed. I'll just use those. That'll be perfect. And you can get them in 4, 8, and 10 gauge. Geez, 4, 8, and 1/0. And I actually have them. See, it's the only thing I don't like about using StreamYard's thing. There we go. I'm not used to it. I actually have all 3 sets right here, man. And they're just... I never knew Kicker sold these. I'm always buying them from Down for Sound, because I'm like, where else am I going to get lugs? And, there's Ill Customs, and they got them pretty cheap, too. If you want to buy a bunch in bulk, go to Ill Customs. I thought I had... Where's it at? Aha, here it is. If you want to get them real cheap, these are 2/0 and 1/0. Just 1/0 for what we run. And they're super cheap if you buy like a bunch of them. Oh, that's the wrong mouse, Andy. I'm putting the mouse over here. Okay. But yeah, you can see you can buy a bunch of them for 70 cents a pop. No heat shrinks. You got to buy the heat shrinks yourself, or you can just buy, a giant roll of heat shrink and you're good to go. I've done that before. And if you're just trying to, just make things work, there are other options out there for you. But if you want a one-stop shop, that's why it's cool the Kicker at least makes it available for everybody to buy. So there's that. So let's see. We're 17 minutes in, and I know I skipped over a lot of comments, but this is the Kickin' with Andy show, where we just kind of, we talk about a topic and try to learn something from it, just like a take back from it, like, oh, okay, or information for somebody else. See, we got people from Kicker Club. Hey, Andy. That is Glenn McPherson. Thank you for tuning in, Glenn. Appreciate that you are here. Steve Pellerini, Joe Peril. Thank you, guys. Charlie, Drew Landers. What is up, everyone? Between allergies and then, kids and weather and God, I've been feeling pretty good until recently. Literally today, I'm like, God, don't get me sick, Kayla. And what'd she do? She gets me sick. It's okay. Can't miss a Kickin' It with Andy show. Never. Unless I'm like dying. Unless like I can't breathe and talk, then yeah, maybe we have to cancel. Oh yeah, by the way, there's the little pleco there. I don't know if you can see him at all. I can actually bring up the camera here. We do have more than one camera here, McGill. Come on. Let's see. I had the video pulled up. Let me pull up this guy here so we can take a better look at the fish tank setup. And this pleco doesn't have a name either, but he's pretty cool, man. He's kind of black and yellow. I'm not too sure exactly, but he's a bristle-nosed pleco. He won't get big at all. And he is cleaning the algae off a Cookie Monster and doing a good job. Now, let's see if we can find the beta. There's the beta. What's he doing? Hey, over here, buddy. Yeah. It's time to shine. First time on camera, I know. Chris had a hard time too, man. Over here, buddy. He's beautiful, though. It was either that or a African chillid, but, with chillids and stuff, they need partners. Same. A little bit more space than 5 gallons. So beta it is, and I'm like, I already got a little tiny pleco, and he happens to be, it looks black and yellow. It works, man. But he needs a name, guys. I need some ideas from you guys. Let me scroll back up. I know I'm so far behind on the comments, but I want to catch everybody here. Scrolling. Allen keys. Allen's keys. Yes. Allen! Let's talk about hydraulic crimpers and soldered lugs. Soldered lugs. Man, a cold weld is better. I'm just going to say that. You know, and I have some soldered connections, and they're not holding the test of time. They're just not, and I'm not no pro at it either. I feel like there's more error that way. Charlie, yo, how's everyone doing tonight? Andy has that great kicker gear. Love it. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate you, man. And kicker for life, bro. Always. All right, man, it's hard, you know, because there's a lot that I want to talk about. I feel not that great. And my mind is like, So trying to put this show together and not be boring either. Baba, gotta round them up to 5 posts per video run. Andy, 5 posts per video run. Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Thank you so much for tuning in, Baba. Let's see. Don't you dare blow up my warhorse. I won't, Ashy. I definitely won't. Let's see. Omega. There is a video of 2 Solo X's in a quad box, but the owner is the one you don't like so much. Yeah, you know, and when it comes down to professionalism, you can't let personal come in between it. That build is awesome. I definitely would want to try that with 4 of the L7X's in that quad box. Even though it's not ideal, I think it would work. It might hinder some performance, but if 2 are doing that, I feel like you could throw in 4 and it might work. Is it ideal? No. But the 2, how they did it, it was awesome, and they sealed off the other 2 so that you can get around the recommended airspace close enough to what it was going to be. Deviant, thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate that you are here. Let's see. Double E, what is up? Thank you for hanging out with us tonight as well. Wire nuts for braided cable doesn't work generally. Wire nuts, yeah, I don't know. I never really mess with them that nuts. You mean wire nuts, like not the wing nuts, like the wire nuts, the ones where you twist for like people put in their radios and it's like, why are you doing that? And someone did that on one of mine in the very beginning too. Like, why? It's for houses, man. Keep it in houses. Farrell Hodges, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. Dave Bradshaw, what is up? Thank you for hanging out with us on Facebook. Jocko Tacos, oh man, buy stuff, why not? Awesome. Let me scroll down, make sure I'm not missing anything, and we're going to get back to it. Deviant is always... No, I wouldn't say he's a copycat. No. Tommy, you're tuned in again, man. I already got you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, man. Appreciate that you're here. Awesome. You know, that's the thing, man. And we're all in this together. And whenever it comes down to like, oh, my brand's better, your brand's bad, you know, at the end of the day, we're all here trying to just play our music louder than somebody else and sound better than somebody else, or whatever the situation is. And that's why I kind of laugh whenever people are like, in certain ways, that's bad, this is junk, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? Have your opinion, man. That's great. And that's the beauty of our country. But at the end of the day, we are all here doing the same thing. And it's kind of a waste of time to get angry over stuff, man. It really is, you know. It's like, yeah, I'm the kicker guy, you know, but it's like, oh yeah, you can run that brand, but just expect what you're going to get. Or maybe if you go with that, maybe you're paying for something that you might not need, or, you know, whatever the situation is. And R&D, and we'll just say if you get an orange, you know, like lemon law, you know, how often does that happen? And I feel like that comes into play with price as well. All right, cool. let's see here. Scrolling. Jake with the $5 super chat. Thank you, man. Unpopular fact, DD sends wire nuts with the direct lead subs. That's funny. You know, we need Blake in here to defend himself. Thank you so much, Jake. And you know, I guess if you have it on a test setup, that's fine. You're trying something. But like in something that's moving back and forth, I don't think that's the best situation to have your connections, you know. And that's kind of what we're talking about tonight is, you know, your connections, your accessories, all this fun stuff. So without further ado, let's get further into this. Now, these are the awesome Steve Mead terminals. And these are for your speakers. And I got this just because I'm running the Warhorse and I need 2 channels. And it gives you more flexibility. You don't have to have 2 woofers to have this. And this is more for whenever you're building your own custom box so that you don't have to put a hole into your box and then glue it, because I've done that, let me tell you. And these just make it look super clean and you don't have to worry about stuff down the road of just, oh, is it leaking? And that's why they have cork gaskets that go around the back end of it too. You know, you got to look at this stuff, and this is the accessory part of what we're doing here. You buy the big subwoofer, you buy the big amplifier, and then you forget about this stuff, and you're cutting holes in the boxes running speaker wire, or you're running speaker wire through the port. You know, it just doesn't look great. It just doesn't, you know. So, and is it practical? Sure, you know, but if you want to change that wire out, good luck. You have to do a bunch of stuff. So let me set this down somewhere, because there's a lot of stuff in this room. There's definitely a lot of stuff in here. Awesome. Ashy, what is up? Thank you for tuning in, Ashy. Oh, excuse me. All right, cool. Now, I wouldn't say this is an accessory, but RCAs, man. RCAs. It depends your level with this stuff. You know, do you need RCAs or not? You know, you might buy an amplifier and not know that you need these, or you buy this and not know that your head unit doesn't have RCAs. It's a stock head unit. It really depends your level on the stuff with the accessories. But in simple terms, it's just, you know, the stuff that makes things look better, work easier for you now, and maybe most likely in the future too. And like even things like these, like the wire combs. These things are just, they're not 100% needed, but they're awesome. Where you can take these and have your wires just run a nice course, and they'll screw down and they'll hold the wire in there really nice. And it's just super clean stuff, man. It really, really is. Mr. Vega, thank you for tuning in. This is the tool and accessory guy for sure, man. And thank you so much for hanging out. Like, I know this is your kind of topic. It really is. And the video that you did with the L7X today, that hit home with what you do, man. And I'm glad you did it. It's awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Appreciate that you are here. Basehead 30, always doing it. Thank you so much, dude. Man, this nose is just, it's not terrible. Just drainage, and then it's just, you know, not going away. You just got to look at it, SJC. That's all you can do, man. I know, and I feel like less lively too, you know, just not myself. But here, let's go to, we did those so far. Let's go. Okay, power wire, lugs, we did that. RCAs, talked about that. We're going to use down for sound for this illustration because it kind of just works for this. Oh, there we go. Boom. All right, so as you can see, these are for the SAE. This is exactly like the Kicker one right here, but this has, you know, it's just from down for sound, and it just, you know, maybe it just makes it easier for you when you're doing all your purchasing to buy accessories from down for sound, just because maybe you forgot all these things, or you might need something for a battery that is not OEM, and that's where I'm going to show you guys next. Right up in here, right here. Now, as you can see on this has a smaller hole. It's different, where it's not meant for an OEM application. Man, this StreamYard just is freaking out when I'm putting this mouse over here. Usually I use my screen share like this instead, not through StreamYard, but just for today's example, I'm doing it this way. Anywho, so you kind of got to know which one to buy. You know, I've went into it, I'm not going to lie, I bought the wrong one. Okay, I bought the one that was for an OEM, S8, whatever, for a stock application, for a stock battery, and I needed one that looked like this instead. And you kind of got to know these things going in. Try to do a little bit of research, get some experience. No, not right now. I'm already on that. But get some, you know, help from friends that will, you know, guide you. Okay, maybe you need one that has a 5/8 rather than a 3/4 or whatever. The inserts and like what kind of screws you're mounting down. I don't know how many times I've seen people run into problems with making a ground, and then they're using this big bolt. They're like, this will be great for my ground, and then the bolt doesn't fit in the lug. You gotta know the inner diameters and the outer diameters of the lugs and the stuff that you're using. Otherwise, a little bit of fabrication is going to be needed. Ooh, more I talk, worse it gets. Okay. John Clark, I want the pink down for sound amp because it's AB. You know, AB, Class D, XYZ, Warhorse class, because that's they still never made a class for it, even though it's a class on its own. In my opinion, is there a difference? Sure. Is it noticeable to the passerby? Probably not. Is it to you? Probably, since you may be looking for something, you know, deeper, richer, whatever in your SQ setup, we'll say. You know, but, right, it's just cool that they're doing that. But at the end of the day, if you're just trying to listen to music, A, B, D, doesn't really matter, you know, because it comes down to size, efficiency, and what works for you. Do you want a surfboard amp? Maybe you want a surfboard amp because they look cool. The Warhorse looks amazing sitting over there, taking up my entire test bench. But yes, I love all the down for sound amps, and every kind of rainbow color, you just look at it. You see all the colors, man. It's amazing. SJC's up to the 14.4, 10.9, and my boy Andy. Thank you so much for tuning in, SJC. The computer's been running flawless, man. No issues, no complaints. Thank you again so much for all that you do and everything that you still do. He's my tech support guy, one of them. I got a few of those guys. Appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight, man. I know it's not the same with this guy, but we're working on it. You know what I mean? Me and Chris, we were tight, man. We were tight. You know, at least I don't have to worry about the camera switcher going crazy, because that was always a pain in the butt. Couldn't turn my head too long, man. He just wanted to be on camera, man. It's sad, man. Sad. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. Oh, I'm way far behind. What is going on? Bill, what up, Andy? Just got a Solo X today at our shop. What a beast. That is awesome, man. I've been seeing everybody getting these Solo X's. Even EXO got one. Man, it's awesome. And I know some people are complaining. Where are they at? They're coming, guys. They are definitely coming. They're on their way. You know, with more. It's just, you know, one at a time. Literally, not one, but you know what I mean. One big shipment and stuff like that. And they're making sure that these are coming to your door good. You know, and this is like the first official stuff. Again, I feel like they're releasing stuff a little bit too early, just like letting everyone know, hey, this is what we're doing. I think it's a little bit too early, but, you know, at least you guys are getting them. I'm happy. I got one. I'm excited. I just feel bad because I'm the kind of guy, I want, you know, everyone to be able to get a piece of the pie rather than, okay, you got to wait for the next batch in the oven, you know? But it's coming. It is coming. All depends which way you look at it, man. It's either I blow my nose or I start choking. It's just one of the two. I'm doing it though. That's why I was worried. I'm like, man, this is going to be a tough night, you know? Easy episode, fun show. Just did an awesome video on the Warhorse. And you know what? Since we got a little bit of dead air here, I do have that video. If you didn't see it already, it's awesome. It's on my channel, but we're going to watch it right now. It's only 1 minute. Hold tight. I'm just happy that that thing was working, you know, because when I bought it, I'm like, dude, I don't know how I'm going to test this thing, which I probably could have. Looking at it now, I could have tested it, but it would have been hard, you know. Man, I would have probably turned it on without a speaker load, and knowing that Sam said it doesn't like that, maybe I'm glad I didn't try that. But either way, had it for about a month now, and I never turned it on. And turned it on last night, saw that, you know, that good old spark. Soon as you tap it in there, I'm like, okay, that's good, and then fired it up, and it just turned right on. I'm like, great, that's great. And so Cookie Monster's getting there. Just still doing a lot of the planning. We're starting to shag slowly, piece by piece. The weather has been really hurting me, honestly, because I wanted to do more and did a few other things, and just life, shopping, you know, stuff gets in the way, man. It gets insane. Oh, excuse me, guys. Uncle Bobby B sent me a DM. Uncle Bobby B, baby.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
I'm gonna have to look, Bobby. I'm gonna have to take a look. What you send me now? Let's see here. Is it the Southern Thunder thing? That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. And it's pink. It's pink. I like how Scott's got those coming out for you guys, man. Beautiful work. It really is. Let's see. Excuse me. Sorry. Flexing on them. You know it, bro. And it still had more to it, but I was like, man, I don't want to blow up the amp. I'm not worried about the sub. Not really. I mean, it's free air, you know. That's still a lot of power no matter what. That amp can do a buku amount of power, to say the least. And I have it wired at 1 ohm. So when people say, can you wire Warhorse at 1 ohm? Yes. I wouldn't, just like any amplifier wiring down, just don't push it past what it can do. And the more you learn about car audio, the more you learn what you can do with that exact setup. Can't even talk. Sure. Are there limitations? I bet, man. But I didn't have any issues playing it, other than my power supply was getting hot, and I'm like, let's pull her down just a little bit there. All right, cool. I don't know what he's doing with it. I watched them unbox it. I didn't see him put it in anything yet. Thank you, John, for tuning in, man. Low power systems are underrated, man. They are, and excuse me, for the longest time I've always been like that, and now I'm finally going with higher powered systems, per se. I mean, the quad box is clamping almost 5K. My Solo X18 is going to be getting every watt that it wants out of a 10K. It's kind of night and day, but all the time it's always been budget power systems. You know what I mean? Working with 2,000 watts, and that's the hardest thing. But you always do give up something, but to still put up numbers, if it's a number that you're looking for, or hair trick, it is impressive to do more with less. 100%. Let's see. We got a $2 super chat from Matt G. Thank you, Matt G. All right, it's getting crazy. Here we go. The pennies are starting to go. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, man. Andy, plug the ground or power wire in first. You know what? That's a very, very good question, Matt. Honestly, what I do is I plug in the ground first, just for the simple fact, whenever if I hook up the power first in that ground wire that is hooked up to the amp, or if the ground wire that's hooked up to the circuit and not the amp makes a complete circuit on the casing of that amplifier or anything, there's going to be more grounds around you than positive connections. So always do the ground first, just so whenever you do hook up the positive, it'll make that final, you know. But it depends, it really does. And you always got to be careful when you're hooking something up, because if you have, you know, your amplifier plugged in and then you're hooking up to like a distributor, it's a little bit easier. But if you're just doing long runs, I would hook up the ground first, because your amplifier is going to have an external ground, again, the casing. So you hook up the ground first and then you do the power wire, because if you do the power wire, and then you hook up the ground and something, you know, sparks or just grounds out where it's not supposed to, it's going to create a spark, you know, just unintentional. And I feel like you might have more of an accident that way because you're not expecting to spark, rather than, you know, putting that final positive wire in and knowing that a spark's going to occur. I'm sure that there's technology, because they use them for capacitors, so that it's like a slow charge to charge up the capacitors inside the amplifier. I'm sure that's probably the best way to do it, but you won't see that spark then. That's what that spark is from. Tonight's rough. Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you. 25. Someone getting brownie points. Dave's always getting brownie points. Jason Grant, thank you for tuning in, man. FYI, when using a aluminum blocks terminal with copper wire that is outside the vehicle cabin, you should use deox or something similar. Mixing two metals in and outside elements will cause corrosion. Yes, and there's actually, I forget the proper term of it, dielectrical grease, but there's actually stuff that is conductive dielectric grease, and that's the stuff that you want to get so that you don't have corrosion. Exactly. And, you know, especially with copper, because copper erodes. You know, that's the coolest thing about, tinned copper. Tinned OFC, just because then it eliminates that erosion problem or whatever, corrosion problem. And I remember whenever I first started getting into it, they're like, oh, you got to use dielectric grease, but you got to look at the right kind that actually is conductive, because then actually you could be, you know, hurting yourself just by adding something inside that's not conductive. That can't be good for a ground. I mean, that's a no-brainer, but if you don't know, you know. And is that an accessory? I feel like yes and no, but that is definitely deeper into the woods, but I wouldn't call it an accessory, but it is definitely something that you need, like, all the time for anything that you're doing. Almost as important as your multimeter and your vice grips, your wire strippers and your crimpers and your screwdrivers and your Allen keys and your socket set. That stuff, it's almost as important as that. I would put on the same tier, because anytime you're doing an electrical system, you're always going to be doing a ground, and you need that for outside weather situations. You know, every time I do my grounds, I throw that stuff back on there, and it works great. 100%, man. Man, we got 50 people up in here now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry, I feel like crap, and we still have a show, and I'm just happy you guys are here. I'm like, man, as the day was getting longer, I'm like, man, I'm not feeling any better. This is good. This is good. Let's put up more content. It's going great. Got to do the live show. Got to do it, man. Thank you, Jake, for the $1 super chat. 1 penny. That's all you get. That's all you get. 1 penny. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Can't wait for that box to arrive here. It's going to be awesome. I missed that show. I missed it. I wanted to see him go live with unboxing. Man, I'm cutting myself off here. That's what I was worried about. More I talk, it gets worse. I feel okay. It's just drainage. I know I need to rewatch that. He goes live a lot, you know. It's hard. That's the problem with going live too much. You know, missed the good stuff. Not that it's not all good, you know, but certain stuff. Notifications, stuff like that. And I'm busy too, but I need to rewatch that. I know I just watched EXO unbox his. Anyone that does it, I'm going to watch. It's kicker, man. Actually, if you put the live in first, you're less likely to short it out by accident. Right, well, if you put the positive, it depends your situation. If you're running it just from the amplifier all the way in front of the car, but if you have a battery back there that's live from a battery, I mean, either way, it's going to be live, and then you're putting the positive in first, and then you don't have a ground. I feel like that could I just put the ground in first, you know. Put the one it's not going to spark in first, because if you put the positive in, it could spark. You put the ground in after that, that should spark too, because then it's actually creating an entire circuit, not just maybe accidentally grounding off the outer casing of the amplifier. You know, it kind of is like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You can do both. It's you'll be fine. But right, so you know, it's kind of opinionated, honestly. Is there a right way? It's just like, oh, should I be tethered down to the ground when I'm working on a computer because of static friction? Yeah, but you know, if you're just, you know what you're kind of doing, you'll be fine. You might never need one. You know, it all depends your situation, your environment, stuff like that. But thank you, Double E. Love your feedback. Casey, thank you for tuning in, man. Miss ya. Hopefully I should be able to make Friday. Missed you last Friday. Thank you for tuning in, dude. All right, guys, make sure you go enter the contest before it's over, man. I think we got, 15 more minutes here. Man, I feel terrible, man. Like, cause I'm not myself. I already have bad allergies, but I take medicine for that. And then whenever I get allergy-like symptoms, I know that's weird. I do pretty good nowadays. I used to deal with it all the time, man. It was never good. Stu, what is going on? Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you, dude. Man, if you need an enclosure too, man, Stu is the dude too. Jason Warren, thank you for tuning in. All right, let's see. Mike DePoli with the $2 super chat. Get some Dollar Tree cold medicine with the pennies. Oh, man. I need it. And you know what? It's not the dollar store anymore. It's the $2 store. It's the $2 store. Thank you, inflation. Thank you so much, Baba. Man, it's getting crazy. It is getting crazy. The bid is now 203. Hit the like, y'all. Appreciate you, Baba. Thank you so much, dude. And I'm just going to throw this one up because this video was amazing.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
I love it. I love it. I could watch it over and over. It is a difference maker. Thank you so much, guys. We got another super chat. Mike DePoli with a 203. Did someone say 203? Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you guys. Man, I think we're going to need one of those coin stars. Yeah, I think that's what they call that. Coin star. Yes. 100%. Extra correction. 204. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate both you guys, man. These guys are usually always having a bidding war. Always. I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't want to cancel on you because I felt good enough, but it's just... First 15 minutes, I was feeling okay, and now I'm like, ooh, this is tough. This is tough. Thank you, Bubba. The bid is now 501 for the Fuego search party. Hope you're resting and recovering well. We miss you all, Fuego. I hope you're doing well, man. God, when it comes to health and stuff like that, it can be the scariest stuff, and especially when it's like a long-term deal, you know? I hate not knowing things, and, you know, it's just that's that feeling you get, and then some, just normal pain that you're in, whatever the situation is. Thank you so much, Bubba, and, Fuego, we miss you, man. We miss you. All right, cool. Kyle, yeah, I always disconnect the negative on battery before any electrical work. Right, because, you know, it just makes sense. It really does, you know, because, I don't know. It gets kind of crazy of what to disconnect first because at the end of the day, it's a complete circuit. That's kind of the point. But right. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. And you got to wear your big rubber gloves and rubber shoes just in case, you know? Mike DePoli with the 502 super chat. Okay, these guys are having a bidding war. If you get in the middle of it, I warned you. Andy, can you post a link to the second giveaway? Ashy, what is the second giveaway? I remember there's a lot been going on. Second giveaway? Oh, now you're yeah, we'll go with that. Maybe you're allergic to war horses. Benadryl, you know, I'm about to take a Benadryl just so I pass out. No, it's just, I don't know, man. It's not allergies because my medicine works great for it. I slept with the second air conditioner on. We're the type of people, we sleep with air conditioners all year. You know, heat going, air, whatever, the fan going. And I turned on the other one, long story short, and the one that I haven't turned on for a while, I think it might need cleaned. Or it's from her. One of the two, it's got to be. Jake with another $2 super chat. I'm tapped out. I'll bow to Bubba and Mike today. Thank you so much, Jake. And Mike and Bubba, those guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for all that you do. And Jake, that enclosure, it's got to hold together, man. I can't wait. I hope it can survive an L7X, man. That is a beefy subwoofer. Oh. I'm sorry, guys. 50% off coupon, Andy. That's what Ashley was talking about. It's all in the same giveaway, same entering. It's just there's 4 places, first to fourth. You know, it's fourth place. So if you get fourth place, you get the 50% discount code. So that's how that works. No second thing. Nice and easy. Thank you, Bubba, for clarifying that. No, you're good. You're all good, Ashy. You're all good. Awesome. Well, I feel like we covered it enough, you know, and I can end the contest at any time. So you guys got like 2 minutes, and I'm going to end the contest, and we're going to do the giveaway. I would go deeper on this, but man, I just do not feel good, and I'm not going to push myself. I feel terrible. I've been pushing myself on already. Baba with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. L7X for the win. We are now at 10:01. Mike, where you at? LOL. Here we go. This is what these guys won't let me end the stream, and my music just ended, and I forgot to hit repeat. No problemo. Thank you so much, Bubba. You guys are nuts. I know it's like backwards, but yes, it is fourth place is the 50% discount. Yep, that's how it works. You know. Losers are winners here. Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, it shows it. It literally does. It does show it. It does show it as a fourth. Yep. Oh no, here we go. Mike DePoli with a 10:01 super chat. Bubba, I'm dipping into vacation funds here, guys. Slow down. I understand, man. You know, God, vacation, base season. Just happens to go at the same time. It's hard to do it all. Thank you so much, guys, and man, you guys slow down. Yeah, that's how I feel. I am definitely dropping on the voltage, man. Now I'm getting a little stuffy. No bueno. I need I don't know, I need a deep charge. I need something. It ain't good. Speaking of 9 volts though, the Pilot is doing a lot better. With the LTO cells in there. It's going great. Seeing 13s unless I'm clipping full tilt. Alright, cool. Ashley's praying for the 4th place. You know what? That's probably the first time in the universe's history that someone is praying for 4th place. It's probably the first. Tommy, you'll win, man. It's rigged. It's rigged, bro. Uh-oh. Side note, I've already played mine on 3000 RMS in your box. Inverted. Shh. Alright, everyone. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Oh, no. I'm blowing my nose on this one. There's no way. Jason Grant with a $20 super chat. Just poking the bear. Bubba Bear. And Mike Bear. It's like Big Bear, Little Bear, you know, and then, I don't know. I think you're poking the bears. It's crazy. Thank you so much, Jason. I appreciate you for your super chats, and thank you so much for watching. And, you know, it wasn't a very in-depth show, but it's the things that we tend to forget about. The accessories. This stuff when you buy the stuff. And it's like, well, how do I hook it up? And I feel like a lot of this stuff, you need to find somebody that literally can guide you through it. help you, be on the phone, text, stuff like that. And that's what's great about the Discords and Facebook, you know, within reason. Facebook has its own thing. I'd say MySpace, but yeah, that's no longer a thing. You know, and just the connection of having a friend that will help you, I feel like is the biggest thing you can have in your life with car audio, man. And just having that one-on-one friend, even if it's one, or even having more. You know, I'm always bouncing ideas off friends' ideas or heads because I want to get their ideas too. And you learn things that, you know, you might not know, and they do, and then vice versa. So, is it all in one video that I can tell you everything? No, because a lot of it is experience and stuff like that, man. It really is. So I wanted to try to keep it simple, but, man, not feeling good. But we had to have the show because Kicker makes this happen. Thank you so much, Jason. You got 1 second. Go enter. Kicker.com/UMweekly. I'm drawing it. I'm drawing it. I'm drawing it. Putting my hand in the jar. Thank you, 25. That means so much, dude. It means so much. You know, I felt good until today. I literally did. And I tried, you know, just getting some fresh air, seeing if that would help. I know my nose, let me tell you. When I got some drainage, it's full tilt boogie or nothing. Double E. $2,000 sound system with $500 accessories to make it work. Dude, that's the thing. And that's where, you know, just the accessories alone, let alone electrical. I know we've done a show over electrical, but man, I could talk about that all day. All day. Because that's something people always forget. You know, they get the 8K amp, stock, alt, and then they buy like 2 Group 31s. And they're like, am I good? No, you're not. You're not. And the tools. The amps and the subs are cheap, man. Everything else together, that's what costs the money too. It adds up. It adds up. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay. Screw that. I'm over muting it. If you're still here, you know the deal. Come on, man. All right. Let me go into here. 56 potential users. There's only 42 people watching. Where are you at? Where are you at? It's all right. Like, I don't want to see this guy blow his nose one more time. Not again. Come on, man. All right. Cool. Oh. That's a list if I've never seen one before. But is it true? Blue. Let's find out. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Let's see. We don't need that anymore. Oh. There we go. Cool. That's how I usually do it, so I can go boop, 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 boop. Okay. Cool. Fuego won all the prizes, and he has. That's the thing. Bless me. Thank you. Okay. Bada bing. Bada boom. Ooh. True Blue. Deviant with a $2 super chat. Thank you. Cole the Beta per Cornet. Wiz the Pleco. Cole Beta. I like it. I like Wiz because, you know, Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow. I like that. Cole the Beta. What was up with the Cole? That's what I want to know. But I do like Cool Audio. That was one of my older amplifiers that I used to run back in the Dizzle day. Cornet, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I'm definitely liking it. Okay. Oh, come on, man. Whoa. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. I know you think it'd be real easy, even like with the member requests on Kicker Club, man. It's like, listen, what is not car audio? Amplifier, subwoofer, or cat? I mean, it's not that hard, but people still somehow mess that up, you know? And so I already have a good understanding of the stuff that I do here. It's, I make it. I understand it. Oh, come on, man. No. Ah, come on. There we go. Copy, copy, copy. Debug. Okay, cool. Wow. It's actually going good, which is great because given the circumstances. Ah! Ah! No problemo. Thank you, Steve. Hey, Andy, smash the like button. Appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Andy just called out JBC. Person turquoise waving. I know elbow cough. I don't know that one yet. All right, cool. Nope, not that one. There we go. Okay. Yes. Yes, I'm sure. No way. No. Yep. Nope. Man, I think you know a guy. Appreciate you guys hanging in, hanging on. Man, I just can't think straight today. Just can't. I appreciate you guys still watching, though. I do. Oh! That's a name. Come on, man. No. What am I doing here? Okay, we'll just computer being weird. No. Let's try this. There we go. Smooth sailing. Now we're smooth. We are smooth. Cool. No, don't save. Okay, cool. Andy. Rigging it hardcore. They, you know, it takes some practice, you know, but eventually you get the gist. All right, let me type these in here. Let's see. Come on, mouse, you're in the way. I can't talk. It's bad. All right, that's first. No. I'll just put... That's why. Okay. Boom. Do this one. Before I forget. Thank you for being patient, guys. Just typing them in now. And we're on the last one. Okay, we're good. We're good. Awesome. Cool. Let's do the awards. Goodness gracious. Sorry, guys. All right. To the list. First place, or should we go third place? I know we got to go third place. I think I'm reverse polarity tonight. Wired backwards. Third place for the, what is it, the tumbler? Yeah, the tumbler and the unmasked shirt and the koozies. Third place goes to Lane P in Portland, Oregon. Congratulations, Lane. You'll be getting an email from Mr. Bill from Kicker, and just reply to that. Make sure you do so you get your stuff. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying the show, watching the show. I know I'm sick. It's terrible. I know. Had to do the show for you guys, man. I know you guys take time out of your schedule to do the show, to watch the show, and I get it. Second place, Kibo for the EB400s. Congratulations, Kibo. We all know you, Kibo. We love you, Kibo. Thank you. Look out for that email from Bill. And first place, Mike DePoli. First place with the Bullfrog 100. I usually don't say last names. Well, come on, Mike. It's okay. We good? We good? Go. First place. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Not rigged at all. And the 50% discount code. I know, the one you guys have all been looking for, waiting for. Bill W. I forgot to put your town. Bill W. from Pottstown, PA. Thank you so much. Man, it's awesome. I will be sending you an email tonight. Just make sure you respond, or I'm going to have to re-rig that. Make sure you do so I can send you that email code and get you going, man. And you can go to kicker.com and buy anything you want for 50% off. Thank you, Kibo. Definitely going to relax tonight. No after show for me. No after show. I'm done. I'm just glad the show happened. We did it. We talked. My nose held up for like 20 minutes, and then that was it. That was it. Woo! Too close to the mic there. I'll be clipping heavy. It's always rigged, man. Thank you, Deviant. Appreciate you guys. It's a 14.4 volt miracle. 100%, dude. You won. Finally. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I don't want to keep you all night, and I'm sick, and I probably sound terrible on the microphone. Thank you guys for watching the Kickin' with Andy show about accessories. Maybe we'll touch back on this subject again for a Kickin' with Andy in the future, just to get more into it, because there's plenty to go into. We just touched the surface and blew my nose the other half of the time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will catch you at the caboose. And as always, stay living loud. I just gotta do the pennies. I just have to. I love it so much. See you guys.
Kicking it with Andy. He's going to be on every other Tuesday. Kicking it with Andy. Kicking it with Andy.
in my About section, both of them. The 14.4 Discord, Heart Pebble Peeps, and Living Loud Andy's in the corner. Show to rewatch, at least the first half an hour. After that, I'm just blowing my nose. I thank you guys so much for hanging out towards the end. And yeah, the Discord link is in my About section on YouTube here. Both of them. So either way, you'll be able to find where we usually hang out after the shows. Thank you for watching.
Kicking it with Andy.
Oh, come on. Not you too. Oh, I can't. These fish have a mind of their own every time. Thank you so much, Cornut, for the 14.4 super chat. And I mean, he is black and yellow. And thank you, Cornut, for suggesting a black and yellow beta. It's a perfect idea. I feel a little better now that I blew my nose vigorously for 3 minutes. Thank you guys so much. Ashy with the $2 super chat. Thanks, Annie. Feel better. Thank you so much, Ashy. Jason Grant, yes, $50 super chat. Oh man, this is insane. Thank you so much, Jason. I think we're giving it to Jason tonight for the caboose. Thank you so much. Mike DePoli, thank you. Kicker and Andy, awesome show. In for the win today. And Bubba with the $20 super chat. It was a great show, Andy. Feel better, bro. Thank you so much, guys. And you know what, Jason? We're giving it to you. Jason's the caboose tonight. I will see you guys on Friday. TBD. Stay living loud or quietly loud. Long as you're loud. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much. Oh.